You don't need more motivation. You need someone that is going to check if you did the things that you said you were going to do. And so in this video, we're going to talk about what is accountability and what it is not. We're going to talk about why it works so well, then the emotional shift that this can bring you. And finally, we're going to end with how to find an accountability partner so you can reach your goal faster. First thing I want to share is that having an accountability partner, finding accountability is not about finding someone that is going to be bossing you around. It's about finding structure and a system that really helps you show up to the best of your abilities and really make sure that you are taking the steps that are moving you forward. Even people that are super motivated, like athletes, for example, that are prepping for a big competition or things like that, they still need a coach. They still need someone that is going to push them a little bit, that's going to ask the right question, that is going to help them figure out what's next. And so that's what an accountability partner is for. One of the big things that prove that this is working is our smart watches. The fact that you can connect your apps like Strava or your smartwatch with other people and compare your stats and stuff, this is what external accountability is. And so if all of the big brands are using it, it's because it's working. So if you're good at making a list and like planning, but you feel like sometimes you let your priorities slide, it's not just because you're lazy or you're not finding the motivation. It's really hard to do all of this on your own. So having accountability, having an accountability partner, and finding someone to check on you regularly is super powerful. And why it works is scientifically proven because we all know about having dopamine hits. And most people think that dopamine hit is when we are accomplishing something. But actually, we also can get dopamine hits in anticipation of creating a result or like getting something from someone else. So when you are actually taking a step, thinking that you're going to be able to say to your accountability partner that you've done it, or that you're going to be able to check it green in your app, things like that, you are already creating dopamine in your brain that is going to help you take action. That's the very first reason why accountability works, is creating more dopamine in our brain. It also really helps with our prefrontal cortex. This is where we make all of the planning, all of the decision making, but this part of our brain gets tired very quickly. And so when you have an accountability partner and you already have a list of things that you said you were going to do, you remove a lot of the decision fatigue because you know what you have to do in advance and you decided intentionally on what you want to act on. And so you're removing all of this, what should I do now? And just take the action. And by doing this, your prefrontal cortex is not getting so tired so quickly. So that's another help that you're giving your brain for like more energy and for more capacity on actually taking action. And the last thing is that the human brain is wired for connection. And so when you have someone that is checking on you, that you know you're going to meet regularly and talk about what you were doing and what's the plan and any like challenges, any like big wins that you want to share, this goes into like just being connected with someone and it brings motivation naturally because social alignment is a real thing. And so it's super important to not be alone in everything that we do. And especially as business owner, when you are alone all day and just in your head, asking yourself question and overthinking, it can really feel like you're stuck. But as soon as you're talking to someone and you're sharing your wins or you're sharing your challenges and get new eyes on a challenging situation, then it really helps create more momentum and taking more action. So having an accountability partner and meeting this person regularly really trigger the desire of aligning your behavior to who you want to be. And that's something that brings the emotional shift that I was talking about earlier. And the fact that using an accountability partner to create momentum and really like build the self trust. So I'm not telling you find an accountability partner that you will meet for the rest of your life. This is not what it is. I've been personally meeting with my accountability partner for the last 4 years. We change a few things along the journey because you also don't want to get bored with your accountability partner. So, like adding different things can really revive the accountability power. But the idea with starting with the accountability partner is to build this self confidence that you can actually yourself take action. And that builds the path in your brain to show you that you said that you would do something to this person and then you actually follow through. And so you are creating this habit of saying that you will do this thing and then do it and get the reward of telling this person, get your dopamine hit and share something new that you're going to work on for the next day or the next week. So use this accountability and everything that we just talked about to create this momentum of taking action and not necessarily think that you're going to have an accountability partner for the rest of your life. Maybe you'll fall in love with the process like I did and you'll want to have an accountability partner for the next 10 years, but maybe you just need accountability, external accountability to start getting into the habit of taking more action more regularly. And this is how we change our identity. So we're not the person that wants to be organized or that wants to clean the house every week or that wants to work out every day, but we become the person who is organized, who is living in a house that is cleaned every day. So we're creating this identity for ourselves using the accountability and kind of the social approval, but just so we become this person. And then once we are there, it's just for life. Like you have the habit. You became this person and now you don't necessarily have to have the accountability because you built that for yourself. But it is very powerful to start with this. So if you've been struggling with taking action and following through on the plan that you set for yourself, to follow through on the goals that you wrote on your planner or your app, it may just be because you need some external accountability. You need someone to check on you. You need someone to share about what you've been working on, what you need to work on, the wins and the challenges. You don't have to do this alone. And so, where to find an accountability partner can be a little challenging. So, the first thing that I would say is talk to like your family members or friends that care about you, and you can talk to them and say, well, I have this big goal and I know all of the things that I need to do, but I need someone to like check on me and make sure that I'm not getting lost and that I still have the motivation and the momentum going. And so, can you be this person for me? And we'll just have a quick call every week where I can share where I'm at with you, or you can just like check on me by text, or like you can decide on what works for you, but finding someone that you know is going to check on you and that really cares is super important. That could be your husband or your wife. We talked about this yesterday in our Power Hour call in the Calendar Success community, and how to find someone that is close to you, that knows a little bit about you, and that is also ready for like to cheer on you and also ready to like push you a little bit when you are procrastinating on something and they're like, well, you said that you would do that 3 weeks ago. What's going on? And like go through what are the challenges? What are the things that they can help you overcome? So finding an accountability in your own circle is the first thing. You can also hire a coach or like find a group of people in different type of communities on Facebook, on school. Like there is lots of different groups that you can find where you can find like-minded people that are going to be happy to help you reach your goals. And that's exactly why I also created Calendar Success. It's a school community where we work on planning our week and making sure that we have a system in place that we can track our tasks, but also a group of people that cares and that are keeping each other accountable. So every week we can all share in the community our top 3 priorities for the week. And you can also like share any wins, any challenges, anything that you need help on, or you know that it's on your list for a while. And if you put it in the community, people are going to know about it. And then we're going to ask you for updates and it's going to help you take actions towards it. So now I want to invite you to drop the one thing that you want to accomplish this week in the comments, and I'll make sure to keep you accountable. And if you want more support, then I'll love to have you in Calendar Success, and I'll put the link in the description of this video. I'll see you in the next one.